Good morning. Mr. Trump is en route. He should be here very, very shortly. So they sent me out here to kind of quell the crowd down a little bit as we're going forward. First of all, good morning, and thanks for being here today. I'm a retired Army guy, and I can't think of a more historic place than to be here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And to me, it's... And not only is it a historic place, it's really a historic time in our lives. You know, when you think of Gettysburg, the name brings up memories of our great nation's strife, of a time when the future of our nation was in doubt, in a time in our nation's history where brother fought brother and state fought state, and the outcome uncertain in 1863. And it came to a culminating point here in Gettysburg, when Union forces defeated the invading Confederate Army under Robert E. Lee in July of 1863. While the force of arms decided the day and saved the Union, one man, through his words and leadership, brought us together just a few short months later, in November of 1863, when President Abraham Lincoln said that through their last full measure of devotion, a nation of the people and by the people and for the people was preserved. Today, 153 years later, we are waging another battle, a political one that will determine the future of this nation again. And again, much of the nation's eyes will be on Pennsylvania as it votes. You in the Keystone State, a state where three of our most treasured documents, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Gettysburg Address, were all written. Pennsylvania, one of the three original colonies. And today, you hold a critical position in determining this nation's path again. We need your help. And of all the Americans watching today and those in Pennsylvania watching, I'm asking you to join our crusade for making this nation great again. To have a government that you can be proud of, which means a government unlike those of our opponent, one who believes it is her right to govern, of who says of those who support her, I'm with her. There's a difference. You see, Mr. Trump in the campaign, we're with you. So you have a choice, and this nation has a choice. And the difference could not be more clear. From the Supreme Court, immigration, inner cities, jobs in our economy, trade, law enforcement, the differences are stark and they're very clear. The differences from belief in entitlement to one who realizes that the White House is the people's house and belongs to the people of Washington, Kansas, or Grand Junction, Colorado, are those of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and not the special interests of money, of elitism, of arrogance, or corruption found at the highest levels. We are at a crossroads of history. We will either have more of the same with establishment entitlement and sheer arrogance of power to a new direction that is focused on America first, her people first. And I am very proud to be part of that team. And you should be as well. Donald Trump has consistently laid out his views on immigration and foreign affairs, trade, Veterans Affairs, the Supreme Court. His campaign is one of ideas, of bringing the greatness out in our nation, and yet his efforts seem to be belittled by some. And the reason is because they are afraid. They are afraid that the self-entitled, the political elites, the special interests are all under attack. And they are. Because we intend to change the way the nation is governed. I am proud to stand with him. I am honored to be part of his team. And as a retired officer, it's just not me, There's over 200 retired flag officers with me, to include 23 Medal of Honor recipients. We know leadership, we know temperament, and we know what's in his heart. These are just not idle words from somebody like me, because many of us have skin in the game. We have sons, we have daughters, we have friends who serve in the military. My youngest son is a platoon leader in the 82nd Airborne Division. In just a few months, he will deploy to Afghanistan. So is it serious to someone like me? Yes, it is. Donald Trump did not have to do this. He is a successful businessman, not a politician. He is a building of towering buildings that reach for the skies. He is a leader who promotes the best, regardless of race, regardless of religion, regardless of ethnicity. In his own way, Donald Trump challenges us to send in people to match those buildings that soar to the heavens. But we need your help. We are in a fight, and it is a fight that will determine the path of this nation for generations. It involves the Supreme Court, it involves our borders, it involves immigration, it involves economy, it involves jobs, it involves international trade and international affairs. And we are opposed by the same special interests in the overwhelming majority of the mainstream media, whether we like it or not. But the choice is clear. The choice to us is clear. If you like the past 8, 12, 16 years, then vote for her. If you believe this nation is better off with her views of you and this nation, then vote for her. But if you believe in this nation, if you believe in America first and in making America great again, your path is incredibly clear. And you need to commit yourselves for the next 3 weeks to elect Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. I'm honored and I'm privileged to be with him, and he will be with you shortly. Thank you for your patience, and God bless you all. Thank you.